table was to have a joint government between PAS and UMNO in Selangor. Yeah? Very specific. Toyo has never dreamt that he will lose the government, so he's doing all that he can to make sure that the state government for Selangor will not fall to anybody except Barisan Nasional. On the evening of the 10th, I received a call in the afternoon to come to the headquarters because word about the meeting was made known. So we went, a few of us went to the headquarters and we opposed the idea. But for some reason or other, they said that commitment was made that we will come. So we said, okay, if we have to go, Ustaz Haji don't go, cannot go, Hasan Ali cannot go, Mustafa Ali, Ustaz Nasha and myself, we went. But before going, we already signed, Ustaz Haji already signed the letter supporting Tan Sri Khalid Ibrahim as the Menteri Besar. So we went, basically because somebody, a third party, had arranged the meeting, but there was no intention whatsoever for us to accept the offer. Yeah, so because the letter we have already signed, and we have passed the letter to Tan Sri Khalid Ibrahim. And when we went, so they made us all these offers, you know, Menteri Besar, Timbalan Menteri Besar, 4 excos, yeah, and a lot more than what we got with Pakatan Rakyat lah. But we turned it down. Yeah, there was no intention, yeah, right from the very beginning. Why we do it, I don't know. Personally, I didn't agree to the meeting, but in the end, when I was asked to go, I followed the instruction on the basis that we just went to comply with the commitment that was made that we would come. And I think basically this is something which will happen, you know, continuously. And what's important is that our stand is clear and it's firm. We've never entertained the idea of joining up forces with UMNO. The only thing maybe with Malay politics is just that orang Melayu ni dia susah sikit lah. Bila orang jemput kita tak pergi, it can be an issue that is used against us, you know. So we are still interested in getting because the Malays, if we look at the current situation, the Malays are still a large portion of them are still supporting UMNO, and they are doing that out of fear that their so-called special position will be endangered, right? And UMNO uses every possible opportunity to raise this issue, the UITM issue. I mean, Ibrahim Abu Shah, is it? Is UMNO member, you know, his contract is about to expire, so he's trying very hard to win the favor of the political leadership to make sure that his contract is extended. So when the issue of UITM was raised, so he instructed all the students to go out and go for the demonstration. You know, these people who in any other circumstance would ban demonstrations, in this instance they actually instructed the students to go. And those who didn't come to class were, in order to go to the demonstration, their attendance was checked as attending the classes. You know? So that was the extent that was done. So similarly with the issue of the Majlis Peguam and all that, we have to realize that we are in a particular environment where UMNO is really very worried about its position, and any issue pertaining to Malay or to Islam, they will try to maximize. And I think that the demonstration that was held and what occurred was very unfortunate. But in most cases, it was because people really didn't understand what was the issue, and it was a misrepresentation. If you had read the blog of Hanifah Maidin, who is the head of our legal unit for PAUH, his opinion on the issue was quite clear. You know, he said that there are real issues and real problems that need to be addressed, and we should sit down and we should discuss about it. Yeah? But when it's politicized, yeah, and then people start giving a totally different impression of what it's all about, and there's just no time for you to clarify the issue, so things get out a bit out of hand. But for your information, I think on the 27th of September, yeah, PAS will be meeting up. Oh, sorry, there will be a forum where PAS will be participating, yeah, together with I think members of the legal fraternity with respect to item 121A, the clause in the. So we are open for discussion. But it's unfortunate when people publicize it and there's a, how do you say, a culture of misinformation, and people, how do you say, maximize and sensationalize the issues, then it goes out of control. So going back to the question of working with UMNO, I think this matter has also been further stressed in our muktamar by Ustaz Haji that there is no room for cooperation with UMNO. We are with Pakatan Rakyat. The only problem is that it's very awkward for us if they call for a meeting or for a discussion that we don't go, because then it will be used against us, you know, that we are very arrogant, you know, we just become you know, so this is a Malay thing, you know, difficult to but there is no intention whatsoever to join forces, okay? So we're not going to go. I also am sorry that I missed what Hishamuddin had to say about ketuhanan Allah and all that, but basically it's like this. I mean, we all have our own ideology, okay? Or our own political ideology. Hishamuddin has firm belief in dialectical materialism, I think, which I don't. I have a firm belief in Islam as a complete way of life, complete with its political aspects and all that. But what's important is that we don't try to enforce it. Yeah. So I think this is the basic what Encik Badul was also mentioning. We all have our opinion, we have our stand on all issues. Yeah, we have to clarify. We talk it out. We disagree. We have to agree to disagree. You know, but this is our stand. This is and we differ, right? So it's okay as long as we respect one another's opinion. Then it's not a problem, right?